Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is doing fine. Hope the universe is treating you well. This video will be going live on October 31st in the horrid year of our Lord 2024. If you celebrate October 31st as a holiday, may your celebrations exceed your expectations in joy and happiness. If you do not celebrate it as a holiday, then, well, guess what? It's still October 31st, and we got to deal with it. At time of filming, we're a couple of 3-4 days after the premiere of The Penguin, Episode 5, and damn, that show is... I'm almost afraid for it to end because I don't know if I want it to end. The Matt Reeves, his writing, or maybe not necessarily his writing, the team he put together to do this show. Who needs Batman? I mean, who needs Commissioner Gordon? We've got Oscob and Sophia Falcone. Who just, by the way, went back to her mom's maiden name, her mother's maiden name of Gigante. And, you know, damn. To be honest with you, the actress that plays Sophia, the Emmy people, all that, what they need to do right now, and if the Emmys are fair, if they're honest, what all they'll do right now is just take all the Emmys, pack them in a box, one big box, and just mail them to that actress and call it good. But yeah, I really hope James Gunn is taking notes, because following Matt Reeves' The Batman, the movie, and this show, and expectations for the next Matt Reeves Batman movie, hit Gunn's dick and fart jokes that he did for like the Suicide Squad, the Peacemaker, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. They're not going to fly. I don't think they'll fly. I think James Gunn is going to actually have to learn how to make a movie. So, you know, but that's my opinion. There are people out there that are James Gunn's fans, and, you know, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like the movies that Gunn did. I like the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. 2 and 3 kind of sucked rocks. I enjoyed the Suicide Squad, and I enjoyed the Peacemaker. However, you know, the Matt Reeves, he's raised that bar up. Hell, he raised the bar up with the movie. Then he knocked it up a couple more notches with the show so far. So yeah, that's just an awesome show. Let me see. So far this week, we've gotten. I went live with the Scanner Darkly. I know last week I did A Waking Life. There's another. I forgot what I did for Monday. Ralph Bakshi's American Pop. Did that Monday's the 28th. I think it's 28th. This past Monday's Gen X, and that movie is a movie I would recommend. Music. Anyone who's into music, especially 20th century, mid to late 20th century music. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I was like 11 when that movie came out, so I was at that age. But it's kind of weird though. It just occurred to me, referring to when I grew up as like the latter part of the 20th century. Because the whole time I was growing up, as a kid, growing up and doing what have you, we thought of the latter part of anything like the latter part of the 19th century, which was so long ago. I mean, 80 years ago, 81 years ago, 85, that was so long ago. Now we're sitting in 2024 and going, the 80s, the 1980s, 1990s, that was so long ago. But it's just kind of weird when you were born and lived at that transference of century, millennia. See, that's another thing. We went from 20th century to the 21st century, but we also went from the first millennia into the second millennia. So yeah, that just, so you could realistically say, yeah, the shows and TV and comics from the latter part of the first millennia. Now that sounds impressive, doesn't it? I grew up in the latter part of the first millennia. It just, that's just kind of cool though. It's, it's narcissistic as hell, but it is what it is. Let me see what else is going on. Plans. Hopefully, if everything went all right, the video that went live with this one would have been my Gen X on Batman The Long Halloween and Batman Dark Victory. So that hopefully, with any luck, that went live with this video. That's a comic that is, especially if you're like me, you're Gen X, and you have expectations, or you not really having expectations. You want to see what the younger generation is capable of, and I think those comics, though, I think what's interesting is, like Frank Miller, Alan Moore, Grant Morrison were the comic geniuses I grew up with, and they were boomers, but they shaped us. And like your Jeff Johns, your Jeff Loeb, and your modern ones, they're all Xers, but they're shaping the millennials. It's just kind of weird how we'll sit here as Gen Xers and whine and cry about how the millennials and the people that came after millennials are fucking things up and this and that and the other thing. And well, it's our teachings, our writings, our movies, that are doing it. So you can't, if you want to sit here and point fingers, point them at yourself. Go look in the mirror and point the finger, because, all these crappy shows and all these crappy books and stuff, they're being written by Gen Xers. Your kids, if your kids are lazy, stupid, lethargic, they're your kids. You raise them. It's your fault. can't blame the kids for what the parents teach them, to be honest with you. So yeah, before you go too hard on the millennials, you need to look at the parents. See, that's another thing that kind of is beginning to irritate me. Is a lot of people in Gen X like, oh, we did this, and we did. Because because they were the first generation in which the economy was screwed up so badly that both parents had to go to work. And they were tired, they were exhausted, they were worn out. So they were by definition neglectful parents. However, because we were intelligent enough as a generation to be more thoughtful and more caring of our children, we somehow think we're better than they are because we had it harder. And we did have it harder. But we're the ones that made it easier and we were better parents. We were better social leaders, better community leaders. And we helped the kids more. But yet we want to chastise the kids for our actions. See, that doesn't make no sense to me for some reason. I don't know. But I got silly putty between the ears. It's, see what else. Going into November, we're still mowing the lawn. It's right now. See, right now is this time of year. We have it in the spring for a couple of weeks, and we have it in the fall for a couple of weeks, in which the weather is perfect for mowing. I have 2.5 acres, riding mower. I got a set of headphones, noise canceling headphones that my dear wife gave me that are Bluetooth. I load up a audiobook on the phone, get on the mower, and I'm good. I can go and go and go, and it's just take my time. And I have listened to, let me see, I've been mowing. We've lived out here almost a decade now, and I've listened to a bunch of books. I've been through all the Dune books, all of the Dark Tower books, a large chunk of Philip K. Dick's worlds, Robert Heinlein's worlds, Asimov. Bunch of nonfiction. Food of the Gods by Terence McKenna. I've listened to it a couple times. Omnivore's Dilemma by Michael Pollan. That's a good book. I may have to sit down and do that book. I may listen to that book when I get done with Kingdom of Fear. I may do the audio book for Omnivore's Dilemma. Or I may do LSD, My Problem Child by Dr. Albert Hoffman. I don't know where Robert came from. I don't know. Albert. No. But I don't know. Or I may do Food of the Gods. That's a good one. Don't know yet. We're still got a while. It'll probably be early spring next year by the time we get through with Kingdom of Fear, though. Let's see. But yeah, back to mowing. I've listened to those books, and it's just, you kind of just lose yourself, especially when when the weather's like it is. It's in the high 50s, low 60s. And we've moved through that yo-yo of 52 in the morning, 92 by noon, and 52 by dark. We're starting to do the 55, 56 in the morning. We stabilize about 11, 12 at about 80 degrees. Then we start to cool off about 3:30, 4 o'clock. We've started to hit that point. And that is, for me, you get on, you're going, you're listening, you got the book going, you're mowing, the headphones have canceled out the sound of the engine, and you're just kind of doing your thing. And you're going, and you just get lost in that world. Like I have sat. I'm guilty of this. Be mowing, get almost finished, and decide to take a break and just back up under a tree or something. Break out the whatever drink I'm drinking with me. Usually a Gatorade or a cold iced water. Well, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take my water jug, fill it about half full of Gatorade, freeze it, then when I go to mow, fill it the rest of the way up. So I have the ice melts, the frozen Gatorade melts, it doesn't dilute and stays cold. But that's just me. But yeah, you can get lost doing that. It's one of those things. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Just kind of a recap on the Thursday show. I think this is working for me, at least. I don't know about the viewers. Some of these Thursday shows got some decent viewing. Some of them don't. For me, it's just kind of a unwind, relax, get things out of my system that I don't do on the other ones, because the other ones are fairly structured, and this is kind of a loose format. So now, hopefully in November, I've got on the Tuesday show, we're going to be doing some stuff like on equipment, sterilization procedures, stuff like that. Then hopefully by December, I can start posting videos of actual brewing recipes, which would be nice. I've done some meads, some Macabre, which is really good. It's a Korean alcoholic beverage made from rice that I actually really, really enjoy. I think I did a kind of a faux gin, basically brewed juniper berries that grow on I've got a couple cedar trees, and they produce tons of juniper berries, and use those and do everything you would to do gin minus the distillation, because basically you brew it, then you distill it. That's where you get gin. Gin is a distilled liquor, and home distilling in Texas is currently illegal. Texas Board of Alcohol Commission will basically do things to you that are borderline, financial sodomy, for doing it. But you can brew. You can brew as long as you don't distill. Distill is the active removing of water from alcohol to make the alcohol more concentrated and stronger. So, but I've got some of that coming up, probably in December. So, starting in December, I hope I think by now the ones on the vinegar have gone live. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here, guys. Y'all take care. Be safe. Be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?